On this 157th anniversary of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, pray for our country to overcome the evil that aims to destroy us. 157 years ago today, President Abraham Lincoln delivered his famous Gettysburg Address at the dedication of the Soldiers' National Cemetery in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. This was after one of the bloodiest battles in the Civil War. The Union Army lost 3,100 troops and 3,900 Confederate soldiers died in the fighting. The former Dean of Harvard Edward Everett spoke for 2 hours at the dedication. Then Abraham Lincoln spoke for 2 minutes. This was a time of great turmoil. Today our country is also in great distress. Democrats seek power at all costs as they wage war against the American people. They threaten physical harm against their political opponents and silence their voices with glee. They push for endless war and policies that destroy the U.S. middle class. And worst of all, they attempt to steal power from the American people through fraudulent votes and election hardware. Please pray for our country tonight. The Gettysburg Address. 77 years ago our fathers brought forth, on this continent, a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived, and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field, as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives, that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But, in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow, this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they here gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you like, donate to us, visit home on the page PayPal.